All right, guys. So I want to talk about this because it seems very, very important. So if you guys don't know, right now there's a team going on on JP PvP with King, Hendrickson, Gother, and Merlin, and it's dominating. But shoutouts to Nagato. I was watching his full UR gear video for Demon Hendrickson, and there was a team in the video that legit one-shotted, one-turned, one-tapped King's team, and it was a complete counter. And that team was Blue Fraldrin, OG King, Lost Vein Meliodas. Now, how that team worked is that they left their Blue Fraldrin at level 1 UR, right? Because if you guys don't know, let me pull him up. When you kill this Fraldrin, right? So when the hero dies, he removes debuffs from all allies and fills their ultimate gauge to max. So right away, you have King's ult and Lost Vein Meliodas' ult the next following turn. And the reason why this is a complete counter turn or a completely stupid team, because you're going to be forced to attack them eventually, right? This is an AoE based team, right? The King, Gother, and Hendrickson team is an AoE based team. Now, right after that, I started thinking, what's a good counter to this team? And the team I came up with was King, Hendrickson, and draw instead of Gother, right? Because you kill turn 1, giving Lost Vein Meliodas and OG Blue King their ult, right? Then you apply the 2 other debuff skills with King and Hendy to make sure that OG Blue King can't cleanse. Then Green Draw's passive kicks in, which is every time an enemy's ultimate gauge orbs or whatever reaches 5, he disables ultimate for 2 turns, right? So his passive would kick in where Lost Vein Meliodas and OG Blue King cannot use their ult for 2 turns. Then you rush Wing King's ult and destroy. Now, obviously, I had to think of a way for this team to counter this back, and that would be to bring evade food. You evade the first attack, then you attack with the second attack, right? So the second attack would kill Fraldrin after you evaded the first attack, right? Giving you 1 debuff, but then it would cleanse that debuff because he would die. Then you would use another skill, and that would only give you 1 debuff. Then King's passive would not be active at all, and Draw's passive would be active, but because King's passive is not active, Blue King would be able to cleanse Draw's active, having them still being able to ult. So right away, I'm like, what team would counter this team? And the team I came up with would be Blue King, Blue King, Green Hendrickson, Demon Hendrickson, and Red Gloxinia. Reason being is you don't attack for the first turn, right? With King, right? So you don't attack with the first turn, but move all King's cards to build. You remove all King's cards around, like switch spots or whatever, to build his ult, and then use a single target skill on either Lost Vein Meliodas or OG King. So you do basically attack that 1 turn, right? You only use 1 card after you move things. Alright, so you bring Merlin in the back, obviously, to get 1 ult gauge, and ult food as well to get 2 ult gauges, right? This is a team that I think a lot of people are going to start running now, right? Because a lot of people see Nagato's videos, and I read the comments, and a lot of people were hooked, and they're like, I'm running this team, I'm blah blah blah, right? So I have to come up and act quick. So what you do, basically, you attack either King or Lost Vein Meliodas and leave Fraldrin alive that 1 turn. Then you then you get King's ult, right? You get his ult. But if King petrifies, right? I never even read Blue Fraldrin's ult. Okay, so he can't remove ult gauge. Perfect. Then what you do is, if King petrifies you, you bring Red Gloxinia there, because you can't use the other Blue King. You bring Red Gloxinia there to cleanse. Reason being, if we pull him up, Red Gloxinia here has a remove debuffs from all allies card, right? He has a cleansing card just like this card right here. Is basically the same thing as King's, but it's different, right? Rank 1, it removes all debuffs, right? So it would remove Petrify. Then right after, you would attack with King, right? Of course, you're gonna need dupes for all these characters if you want this to work, but then you would attack with King, his ultimate, and boom, his Abyss would kick in and kill the entire team. So this team right here is the counter to this team with evade food, but this team is also the counter to this team if they don't have evade food. But to be safe, you're gonna most likely want to run this team, because after people watch this video, I don't know if it's gonna be shared or whatever. I don't know if multiple other people are gonna run this or make this kind of video, but this team right here is definitely the counter to King's team. But King's team with Gloxinia is definitely a counter to his team. You just gotta play smart. You legit just have to play smart. You get 2 ult gauges, and you're allowed to use 3 cards every turn. You move 2 King's cards, you get 2 ult gauges right there. then use his single target on either Lost Vein Meliodas or King. That gives you his full ultimate. Then on that team with Fraldrin, King, and Lost Vein Meliodas, they cannot remove Alt Gauge at all, causing you to, or if RNG is on King's side, so if RNG is on King's side, or on that team's side, then King would be able to petrify you, because there is no rank ups, right? If RNG and they give you 2 petrify cards, or 2 of his single target attack cards, right? They give it to you, you petrify their King. Gloxinia would be able to cleanse and remove that, letting you use King's ult still. So let me know what you guys think of this. I think this is some pretty good information to share out there, especially for you. Shout out to Lucas, because he was looking for a team that counters, and this team completely shuts it down. It completely shuts it down. This first team completely shuts it down. And with Evade Food, it also shuts down the team that could counter this team without Evade Food. But this team counters this with Evade Food or without Evade Food. Because, yeah, you don't, even though you use King's single target, you still get the Alt Gauge, right? But it wouldn't attack their Lost Vein Meliodas, right? It wouldn't hit him. So you let them go first, and then you rush King's ult. They can't remove Alt Gauge. You're good. You're legit good. And there's no way King is going to get 2 petrifies first turn. So you're perfectly good. You're perfectly straight. All that stuff, right? So let me know what you guys think of this team. I think this is some pretty good information. It's currently 7:30 p.m. and I'm going to upload this late because I need people to find or watch this now. I shouldn't say I need people to watch this now, but this is definitely information that needs to be shared out right away and cannot wait, because I think this is that if you think about it, if you go over what all of these units right here can do, then you would realize it is the counter. But I just counter this team with Evade Food, right, and without Evade Food. So hey, let me know what you guys think, right? I'm Zeuxis, road to 400 subs, and let me know what you guys think, and share this with everybody else who does not have King, right? Because they thought they would find a way to kill King right away. Nope, your boy came back with the clutch. And yeah, I'm Zeuxis, and I'm out later. Peace.